A Jacksonville father arrested in the murder of his son, former University Christian football star Otis Anderson Jr., has pleaded not guilty. Otis Anderson Sr. is charged with shooting and killing his son during a family argument at his Northside home last November. According to police, the argument grew out of a dog bite. News 4 Jax reporter Janice Harris has been following the case. She's joining us live. Janice?
This is the first time that we've seen Otis Anderson Sr. since he was initially arrested for this case. Today, formally charged with second-degree murder and attempted second-degree murder. Otis Anderson Sr. lived in this home with his wife Denise and son Anderson Jr. To many, they were seen as a loving and kind family until Monday, November 29th, 2021, when Anderson Sr. and Jr. got into an argument that turned deadly. Now Anderson Sr. spends his days in jail, charged with second-degree murder for his son's death and attempted second-degree murder for his wife's injuries during the same incident. Today in court, Anderson Sr. with his attorney, David Barksdale, by his side, stood before a judge for arraignment. People who knew Anderson Jr. are outraged about his death and don't understand why his father pleaded not guilty. Attorney Shannon Schott, not affiliated with the case, says the burden of proof is on the state and the defense could claim many reasons for a not guilty plea, including self-defense.
As in most homicides, there is always an argument of self-defense or justification for this. If this case went to trial, they could argue justifiable use of force as an affirmative defense, which the defense would admit that the incident occurred, but say that the defendant was justified in his use of force because he was reasonably in fear for his life or safety. He was protecting himself from serious bodily injury.
According to the police, the 52-year-old shot his son after he was bit by his son's girlfriend's dog. Then there was an argument that led to the deadly shooting. Every moment that happened leading up to that deadly shooting will now determine the rest of Anderson Sr.'s life. And I did reach out to Anderson Sr.'s attorney about the case. He did not want to comment, which is standard protocol anytime there's an active case that's happening. But at the same time, we can expect Otis Anderson Sr. and his attorney to be back in court on February 1st for his first pre-trial hearing. Reporting live at the Duval County Courthouse, Janice Harris, Channel 4, the local station.
Janice, while it's just speculation at this point, under the law, would it only be self-defense if both of these men had a gun?
Actually, no. I spoke with attorney Schott about this, and she said specifically there is nothing in the law for a victim to have a weapon, for an aggressor to use a weapon. She said that you have to be reasonably in fear and use force with force. So both people don't have to have a gun for one person to use their gun. They just have to feel like their life is threatened at a level of force with force. Tom?
Janice Harris reporting live from downtown. Thank you, Janice.